High above the land, where rock meets sky and wind moves without obstruction, a black shape cuts through the air. Its wings do not flap in panic or haste. They open, tilt, and hold, trusting the invisible currents that rise from cliffs and mountain faces. A sharp call echoes briefly, then dissolves into the open space. This is the chough, a bird shaped by exposure, patience, and altitude. The chough belongs to the corvid family, a lineage known for intelligence and adaptability, yet it stands apart from its relatives. Where crows gather in fields and ravens patrol forests, the chough chooses edges. It lives where land becomes unstable, where soil gives way to stone, and where survival depends not on abundance, but on precision. Its origins trace back millions of years, through a corvid ancestry that learned to think as much as it learned to fly. As climates shifted and landscapes rose and fell, some corvids moved toward human settlements, others into forests. The chough went upward and outward, toward mountains, cliffs, and exposed coastlines. In doing so, it refined a lifestyle built around air. The chough's body reflects this choice. Sleek, lightweight, and aerodynamic, it is built for sustained flight rather than brute force. Its wings are long and narrow, ideal for gliding and maneuvering in turbulent air. Rather than fighting the wind, the chough reads it, slipping into updrafts, banking along rock faces, and hovering momentarily as if suspended. Its plumage is deep black, absorbing light and heat in cold environments. Against stone and shadow, it becomes almost invisible. Only the bright red bill and legs break this darkness, vivid markers that seem almost symbolic against the monochrome landscapes it inhabits. These features are not merely aesthetic. The long, curved bill is a specialized tool, designed to probe into soil, moss, and crevices in search of invertebrates hidden from less patient feeders. Diet defines much of the chough's daily rhythm. It feeds primarily on insects, larvae, and small invertebrates, extracting them from grasslands, alpine meadows, and cliff-top soils. This reliance on living ground ties the chough to traditional landscapes. Overgrazed land, compacted soil, or agricultural intensification quickly reduce food availability. The chough does not adapt easily to shortcuts. It requires a living surface. Intelligence plays a central role in this lifestyle. Like other corvids, choughs possess advanced cognitive abilities. They learn landscapes, remember productive feeding sites, and recognize changes over time. They are capable of problem solving, social learning, and long-term memory. Yet their intelligence is expressed subtly, through efficiency rather than spectacle. Socially, choughs form strong bonds. They are often seen in pairs or small groups, their relationships stable and long-lasting. Mated pairs may remain together for life, reinforcing cooperation and shared knowledge of territory. In flight, these bonds are visible. Pairs maneuver together, matching speed and direction with near-perfect coordination, a silent conversation carried on air. Communication among choughs is constant but restrained. Their calls are clear and ringing, carrying well across open spaces. Each vocalization serves a purpose, maintaining contact, signaling alarm, or reinforcing social bonds. There is no excess. Sound is used sparingly, respecting the vastness of the environments they occupy. Reproduction follows the demands of height and exposure. Nesting sites are chosen with care, often in deep crevices, caves, or cliff ledges inaccessible to most predators. These locations provide protection from weather and intrusion, but they also demand precise flight skills. Approaching a nest may involve navigating narrow air corridors, sudden downdrafts, and shear drops. Eggs are laid in spring, timed to coincide with increasing food availability. Incubation requires patience and resilience. Weather at altitude is unpredictable. Cold, wind, and sudden storms test both parents. When chicks hatch, they grow slowly, dependent on a steady supply of insects and careful protection. Every successful fledgling represents a triumph over environment. Predators are fewer in such exposed places, but danger is never absent. Raptors patrol skies, and weather itself can be lethal. A single misjudged flight in heavy wind can mean death. Survival favors caution, experience, and restraint. Young choughs learn quickly by watching adults, copying flight paths and feeding techniques. Knowledge is inherited as much as instinct. The chough's relationship with humans is ancient and complex. In some cultures, it was associated with high places, endurance, and freedom. In others, it appeared in folklore as a symbol of vigilance and boundary. Its presence around old castles, monasteries, and coastal fortifications linked it to human history carved into stone. Yet human influence has often been indirect. Changes in land use, abandonment of traditional grazing, and agricultural intensification have reshaped the chough's habitat. Grasslands become too dense or too barren. Invertebrate populations decline. Slowly, quietly, suitable territories disappear. Conservation efforts focus not on the bird alone, but on the landscapes it requires. Preserving traditional grazing regimes, protecting cliff nesting sites, and maintaining healthy soils are all essential. The chough is a specialist. It does not survive by compromise. It survives when conditions are right. In modern times, the chough has become an indicator species. Its presence signals healthy uplands and coastlines. Its absence warns of ecological imbalance. Like the wind it rides, the chough responds to subtle shifts long before they become obvious. What makes the chough matter is not rarity alone, but integrity. It has not reshaped itself to fit human convenience. It has remained faithful to stone, wind, and open space. In doing so, it reminds us that some lives cannot be compressed or accelerated. They require room. As evening approaches and light softens along cliff faces, choughs gather briefly before settling. Their calls echo once more, then fade. Above them, the sky darkens. Below, the land rests. And in the space between, the chough holds its place, a master of air and edge, unchanged in a changing world.